Dear friends, welcome back. In this video, I'd like to go through one machine on the Vulnhub, Boverflow 1. So from the name, we can tell that maybe this room has a lot to do with the buffer overflow, which sounds very exciting, right? However, before we go ahead, if you don't mind, please subscribe to my channel and leave a like below. You're greatly appreciated. Of course, here's some description is important. As you can see here, you don't go too speedy. Speedily, someone could be drop you for 1 minute. It means that there's some firewall in place to control your request. If you send too many requests, and then you will be blocked or disconnected from the machine. Okay, so we need to keep this into our minds as we go ahead. Without further ado, let's just get started. The first of the first would be to discover the IP address of target. The utility I'd like to use is net discover. All right, as you can see over here, the IP address of target can be recognized as 162. So then what are we going to do next? We need to do the port and the surface scanning with the map. To save time, I've already completed before. So for now, we just cut out the result. As you can see over here, I use the options like scene scan, the version scan, the default script scan, followed by the -p- to do the full range port scan. The last option for all is ON to output the result into this file. Although the IP address of the target has been changed from the first time. So from the map scanning, we can tell that the target has two open port number. The first one is 22, which is running SSH service or secure shell service. And also the version information, as we know, this version doesn't have any vulnerability. The next one or last one is 80, which is running HTTP service, and also the version information, which is Apache 2. Also give us the title GLPI and will be redirect automatically to this directory. So I think it's clear what can we do next. We need to do immersion with HTTP service, both manually and automatically. Let's fire up our browser to do the manual immersion first. And we can put the IP address of the target into the address bar. As you can see, it's redirect to the GLPI. And so GLP, maybe this is some sort of the CMS, right? CMS, GLPI. And next we can try to use the weak credential like admin as username and also admin as password to log in. However, incorrect username. Next, we can try to use the login bypass technique. You know, I always take this methodology when I deal with the web application. Post, but incorrect. So I think we can put aside for a while. And next we can check its source code, which doesn't reveal anything important in this case. So next we can do, for example, we need to check whether this site has robots file, right? Not found. So next we can use Nigato. Of course, because Nigato can, you know, one of Nigato or one of functions, what Nigato can provide is to do some direct immersion. And just, if you have time, you can test. If you run Nigato, the connection to the target will be broken. And you need to wait like 1 minute to go on, okay? And So I think negative cannot allow us to specify the delay option. Okay, timeout for request, but this is not what we are looking for. So anyway, I do not want to, to use negative, and the negative, or maybe we can use GoBuster to do the direct enumeration, because GoBuster can allow us to specify the delay. And the option, word list, GoBuster directory, and extension option, and we can specify the delay, for example, 3 seconds, okay, or 2 seconds. And now we can press enter. So milliseconds, 2000 milliseconds. Of course, this time the speed would be much slower in comparison to the normal, immersion. Of course, to save time, I will not wait. However, after we specify the delay option, and the collection would be persistent, will not be broken. And by the GoBuster, we can discover the directories at the mean. Okay, to save time, I will not wait. And now we can access this directory at the mean. Compared to the earlier user login, this one is much simpler and also a bit ugly, right? So maybe this user login form has a more, or possibly has more vulnerabilities, like SQL injection vulnerability. Before we do that, we can try to use weak credential to log in. Of course, as you can see, I think this application on the admin directory, running on the admin directory, is written improperly, okay? Even the password is displayed in the field, okay? And also we can try to use the login bypass technique and the password. Login failed. So next we can use the SQL map to do the SQL injection vulnerability testing. Next. And we can capture the request, for example, admin and the password and login, and we can copy this request to file. We can limit to this one, okay? And then we can use the SQL map, and please specify the delay. Otherwise, we need to connect it again. And also very important, we need to put the temper option, because there's some firewall in place on the target or on the web application, and we can use between. The between will use this symbol will be replaced by the, maybe we can take a look at this script. We can cut out the user. As you can see here, this temper script will replace the greater than operator by this one, okay? So, by this option, we can bypass some firewall, okay? And now we can go on. And DBS, press enter. Of course, the SQL map can identify the target does exist, the SQL injection vulnerability. However, this will take a very long time to finish because I put the option of delay and 5 seconds. And I will not wait, or in the meantime, we can try something else because earlier we have already found the version of CMS. So next, I will not wait. And when I did the machine the first time, I found indeed, this target is vulnerable to the SQL injection vulnerability. So next, I'd like to use such a point. I like to show you the easiest way to penetrate into this machine, GLPI. As you can see, there's several exploits available, and even we can note that the Metasploit has a corresponding module. Just I stated in the other video, if a Metasploit has corresponding module, I think this should be the first thing to do before we try something else manually, for example, other exploits. Okay, so let's launch our Metasploit console. Maybe I can disable the proxy. I think the firewall has taken effect. So we need to wait, I think. So I need to wait about 1 minute before we, maybe I can take this opportunity to, to configure the module. We can search the GLPI CMS, and we can try, for example, we can try this the first, and if this doesn't work, and then we can try the second module, okay? So now we can paste, and then we can use the default payload for this module, and then we can show options, and then we can set the local host to our Kali Linux. Set a local port number to 555, okay? Set the server host to the Kali Linux as well. Server port number, we just leave it as it is, no problem, 8080. Set the remote host to our target. Okay, and remote port number 80, and we do not need to change the target URI or URL. So I think I need to test whether now the target is coming live. No, we need to wait. So I think this machine is, a bit realistic to some extent, because nowadays many applications utilize the firewall to protect the application. Okay, so maybe I can close up. Of course, I didn't, show up the entire process of the SQL injection vulnerability, the discovery and exploitation. But I think you can try by yourself. I think very interesting. We need to put some options like a delay and also the temper option. Usually we need to use of course, for the SQL map can support so many temper scripts. The between is one of them, okay? So now I'd like to close up the Bob suite, and I need to check whether the target is alive, not. Interesting. So I think when you do this machine, yourself by yourself, you need to have more patience than ever before, because the firewall is in place or adopted by the web application, and we need to put the delay option. Okay, I think I've already made it clear. Anyway, it deserves your practice. your own practice. So maybe I can test again what I'm doing. So maybe I need to launch the Metasploit console again. Sorry about that. So what I'm doing, I think there's some problem. It's okay. Now we can check whether the target comes to live. Yeah, it comes to live. It's live. Oh, what's wrong? So I think I need to figure out first and come back because I have some problem with the Metasploit. All right, welcome back. Sorry, my bad. As you can see, I've already configured this module already. So now we just run this module to see whether this can work or not. As you can see, Meta session when opened. Even at this moment, we do not have credentials, right? So this is unauthenticated exploit. So next, I think we need to try to elevate a privilege. The Meta session when opened, and we can get the shell and the ID, and we can, maybe I can launch more interactive shell, the Python import pty module, bin bash, and we need to do some local immersion. There is only one normal user, right? Fox. And we can get the user flag without a problem. And here, as you can see, we do not need to upload like an NPM shell script or anything else. Just above this user flag, we can see the two files. This should be the source code for this binary. And this binary, the current user www-data have execution privilege and also has SUID binary. And it means that when the current user run this binary, can get temporarily privilege of the owner of this file. It means that this should be the root. Okay, so I think the escalation would be very straightforward. Even we do not need to do like like debugging, reverse engineering. No need, because the author has put the source code of this binary here. We can get out this source code here, just as you can see, and print the command, and we'll wait for our input, and we'll save into the command variable and the username. And here this is the comparison function. Even give us the username and password, right, in clear text. We do not need to crack it. No longer to crack it. So I think this would be very easy. For example, we can run sudo, and the command I'd like to run is ID, and the username, we have to know that username is username and password is password. As you can see, the command has been executed with the privilege of the root user, root or owner of this binary. So next, I think it's very clear how to elevate a privilege or get the root shell. We can run some command, and then we try to, for example, we want to get out the shadow file. However, because here the space between, command and arguments, and we do not have condition to input the username, so this will not work. It means that we need to figure out how to use the binary which doesn't have any, or we need to use some command which doesn't contain space to be the command, and this command will be executed. This will be very easy. So we can, because in under this directory Fox, we do not have permission to write a file, right? So I think we can go to the temp directory. I'm not sure whether you can find the other way, but I think this way is very easy to do. And we can copy the bash binary to the, for example, we can use any file name. And I want to give the full permission to this file. And now we can go back to the home Fox. And then we can run this my sudo again. And this time we can run temp and JSON, and this just the bash, and because here no space. And now we can username and the password. As you can see, it's working perfectly, right? Great. And now we can go to the root directory to retrieve the root flag. Okay, so although the name, maybe at the very beginning, we thought that this machine has something to do with the buffer overflow. However, because I think the author do not want this machine to be so complicated. Even, even we do not need to use the IDA, some reverse engineering tool to get, to analyze this binary, because author has put its source code besides the binary. Okay, so that's all I'd like to cover in this video. I hope you can enjoy my videos. I always uploaded many videos in the cybersecurity field. So see you in the next one. Bye. Have a nice day. Please.